So what the work does is it does follow the events of a day like July 7th, 2005, in an unnamed city, which is pretty clearly based on London. But if you follow the lives of 9 people through that day, there is a cataclysmic event, and then you see what befalls these people in the hours, days, weeks and months that follow. But theatrically it does it in such a way that you're actually also engaged with the internal lives of all of these characters, and there's a kind of a theatrical, choreographic layering of private lives intermingled with one another. So it creates a much richer, emotional, philosophical, poetic, image-driven experience than pure dramatic narrative.
Except the character inspired by swears an awful lot.
She swears. She swears a lot. Yes.
So it has nothing to do with
she swears.
That's not depicting being.
No, not at all.
So
not at all. But
that's true to being inspired by rather than.
yeah. She's different.
Yeah.
She's different, and the other thing is that for a lot of the time, the work is actually. There's a lot of humour in it. It can be very funny, and then it can also be, I think, deeply devastating.
So it's that light and
and it's hugely theatrical. So we needed to bring all of the elements of the form of theatre making into this sort of rich kind of theatrical brew to kind of access the core idea, so that it is experiential, that it's not just. I mean, you can read the newspaper accounts, or you can read Gill's book, or you can understand intellectually the kind of chronology of the events, and you can empathise with what you're meant to the experience is. But the reason we make theatre is because a group of human beings sort of enter the same space, and there's a transaction that transcends rational analysis and goes to a deeper place. And theatre at its best unleashes a kind of a shared experience. And then you're talking about a much more powerful engagement with the ideas that Gill talks about in her life ever since the bombing.